What's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. So we got some breaking news. The season 1 official patch notes actually dropped earlier than intended, so that's what we're going to be going over right now. It goes over season 1 intro, says season 1 of Black Ops 6 is imminent. Tomorrow you'll get the chance to wreak some havoc with Savati. Until then, check out these patch notes for more details. So they did an anti-cheat update. Ricochet Treyarch has delivered several updates to combat disruptive behavior, including enhanced AFK detections to battle against account boosting, adjusting ping thresholds to require players play matches in their region to cut down on VPN abuse. To unlock rank play in Black Ops 6, players need to win 50 match-made multiplayer matches. This ensures that players are experienced with multiplayer before they enter the mode that gives Team Ricochet a historical match history to examine before an account enters ranked play. And the Ricochet team is also utilizing the replay investigation tool to monitor replays of top players as a part of their investigation process. Detection systems initially deployed at launch from Team Ricochet to collect data to test for effectiveness will be activated to help flag accounts for action beginning with the Season 1 update. The security system update listed above will also be active for rank play in Warzone as well, which will launch in Reloaded. So the first update we have is for campaign. They said performance made improvements to mission intro sequence animation, bug fixes, updated text for a number of languages, addressed various issues that resulted in infrequent game crashes, addressed a memory error that was forcing players to restart their game, addressed visual fidelity issues with water effects, addressed an issue causing the high contrast setting to be on by default, addressed an issue where players would mistakenly be shown out of bounds warning while navigating a mission, addressed an issue that would prevent players from completing a mission due to the untimely passing of Gladney. So this is all the, I guess, bug fixes and things for campaign. Now for multiplayer. So maps, Lowtown addressed an issue where the water would flicker for some players. Protocol addressed an issue where the water would also flicker. Adjusted a S&D bomb site to prevent line of sight from artillery above. Red Card addressed an issue where players could get outside of the intended play space. Vault adjusted a S&D bomb site to reduce line of sight from start spawn area. Then the spawn logic updates across several maps to reduce the chances of spawning near enemies. Adjusted start spawns in subsonic to prevent damaging opposing team enemy at match start. And then the modes addressed an issue across several maps where hardpoint zones could be captured outside the intended boundaries. Addressed the issue where the incorrect icons could display on the next hardpoint look icon. Addressed the issue where the bomb in S&D could not be retrieved if dropped on a destroyed vehicle. And addressed the issue where the time is almost up line would play too frequently in gunfight. Now game chat got an update, addressed an issue where some players were unable to hear each other during intermission between rounds and in post-game voice chat, so you can now talk to the enemy team. They did a massive weapon update, so they said they're using the new weapon damage adjustment table to showcase everything. So for all weapons, adjusted weapon motion while moving and changing stances to improve aiming, feel, and centering, especially with optics. Hold breath focus state will now be maintained while firing if applicable. Improve weapon depth of field settings when improving a weapon inspect. And for the assault rifles, they said they're increasing the damage values for some of their ARs to ensure that they can kill in just one bullet in hardcore modes. The headshot multiplayer changes have either kept the bullets to kill with headshots the same or even improved them at some minimum damage ranges. So the XM4, you can see here, post-patch notes, the damage has gone up for the maximum damage range. The medium damage range has also gone up, and then the minimum damage range has also gone up in terms of the damage. The aims, we also saw a buff with that same exact changes here, up to 23, and then the meters are the same, but then the damage for the minimum was also increased. The GPR91, in addition to hardcore adjustments, we're further improving some handling times on the GPR91 to solidify its role within the class. So now, other than the damage going up, they've also done headshot multiplier reduced from 1.3 to 1.15, sprint to fire time improved from 165 to 160, tactical sprint to fire improved from 275 to 270, slide to fire improved from 0.37 to 0.33, dive to fire time improved from 0.45 to 0.42, attachment adjustment CHF barrel headshot multiplier reduced from 1.4 to 1.2, which I believe they did that for like all the other ARs as well. And then the last AR they got an update was the Goblin MK2, same thing as the GPR. They ended up doing exact changes to help it shine in the semi-auto as a primary, and then they did SMG changes. So the Compact 92 was the only weapon that got an update. It can now kill with one headshot in hardcore modes at its max damage range. Bullets to kill in the minimum damage range have not changed, but headshots will now be much more effective at that range. And as you can see here, that's the only change that they went ahead and did. And they actually nerfed the minimum damage range from 11 damage. Now it dropped to 10, but the headshot multiplier was increased. But shotguns, the strut lock laser attachment adjustment increased the time it takes to reach ADS spread from 20% of aim down sight speed to 70% aim down sight speed. The slug attachment, slugs allow players to run shotguns as mid-range precision weapons. As a trade-off, they have limited short-range effectiveness if you're not careful hitting headshots. So we have the Marine SP that got a buff in terms of the damage. So maximum damage range went from 92 all the way to 102. The damage range though has been decreased all the way down to 2 meters from 9.7. They also did the same thing with range number 1, did the same thing with range number 2, and everything else. For the slugs, the headshot multiplier increased to 1 to 1.5. Upper torso and arm modifiers increased to 1 to 1.1, and now increases hipfire spread by 15%. The ASG ended up getting similar changes, and that's what it got right here, as you can see from the photo. And then now we jump into the marksman rifles. Only 2 of them got updated. The SWAT 5.56 general adjustments, aim down sight speed improved from 340 to 315. Sprint to fire time improved from 215 to 205. Tactical sprint to fire time improved from 325 to 315, so it's above. Attachment adjustments, rapid fire attachments, recoil gun kick penalty increase from 25 to 30. Vertical, same thing, and horizontal, same thing. AEK, the sprint to fire increased from 205 to 215. Tactical sprint to fire increased from 315 to 325, so it got slight nerf. Rapid fire attachment also ended up getting an update. Rate of fire benefit reduced from 10 to 15. Burst fire delay increased from 115 to 295. Recoil gun kick penalty increased, vertical recoil and horizontal. Now for the sniper rifles, so all 3 of them ended up getting an update. They said the frost line's falling behind the LR762 and are buffing the handling and the idle sway to make it more appealing choice in spite of its more limited one-shot hit locations. So general aim down sight speed improved, sprint to fire time improved, tactical sprint to fire time improved, and the ADS idle sway was reduced, so basically improved. And then attachment adjustments, the infiltrator stock attachment aim walking movement speed increased, the heavy stock attachment flit resistance decreased, the CHF barrel attachment recoil gun kick improved along with the vertical, combat stock attachment aim walking movement speed increased, and the flinch resistance decreased. The SVD general adjustment introduced a delay after firing before a new shot can be queued. This does not change the rate of fire. Attachment adjustments, infiltrator stock attachment aim walking movement speed improved, heavy stock attachment has been improved or decreased, and then the CHF barrel recoil gun kick penalty improved, the vertical improved, combat stock attachment aim walking movement speed improved as well, and then the LR762 tactical sprint to fire time improved, the attachment adjustments, infiltrator stock aim walking speed improvement increased, heavy stock attachment flint resistance has been decreased, so it got nerfed. The CHF barrel recoil gun kick penalty improved along with the vertical, and the combat stock attachment aim walking movement speed improved as well, and the flinch resistance has been decreased. Now for the gunsmith, various updates to weapon descriptions addressed an issue where stickers would appear in the decal slot. Perks got an update, slight reduction to the ninja footstep audio. Additionally, we made a slight reduction to default footstep volume, addressed the issue that prevented gearhead from being able to booby trap enemy care packages, addressed the issue that prevented equipment from replenishing with the scavenger perk. Score streaks, only the Archangels updated, addressed the issue where the rocket would sometimes explode immediately when firing near a wall. Challenges addressed an issue where some daily challenges were not tracking properly, and movement updates addressed a bug causing players to be slowed when shot while mantling. Theater mode added Nuketown in private match recordings, addressed various stability issues when viewing matches. UI closed an exploit that allowed players to equip operators they had not unlocked, addressed the issue where the AAR could close when entering the scoreboard tab, addressed the issue earned and unearned medals would not display correctly in collections, addressed the issue where the option to select an attachment skin would not be visible for some players, and graphics addressed an issue where some weapon effects would persist on the character after changing weapons. And they've also added numerous stability fixes, so that's everything for multiplayer. Zombies also received an update, so Terminus addressed the issue where diffuse progress was sometimes not saved if the player stopped diffusing during the Apocalypse Protocol main quest step, addressed the issue where entering the Kashmir after completing the main quest would teleport the player to the boss arena and down them, addressed the issue where loading into a save game after unlocking a pack-a-punch machine could cause some doors to have inconsistent collision, addressed the issue during the main quest where connecting both node connectors at the same time would cause overlapping voice lines, changed the location of the ammo cache on the seaside path. Liberty Falls updated the first mangler whose arm is blown off to always drop a mangler cannon instead of only the first mangler that spawns, resolved an issue where the blank guard would not present during some dialogue. Then weapon adjustments. This recent change to the ARs and zombies were unintended carryover from a global weapon tuning path. We do not intend to inherit all MW2 weapon tuning without looking at how it affects zombies tuning as well. So they have corrected this in the update while also making a pass on increasing the damage performance of ARs and zombies. All ARs have had their Pack-a-Punch base damage and overall critical damage increase. While you may see the word decrease in a few places, the performance for these weapons is still increased overall. They've also mentioned that the HE launcher has gotten a buff to become more useful at stopping hordes of zombies when Pack-a-Punch. It will now have more stacked ammo and larger explosion with more overall damage, and this is everything that you can see here. So the AIMS 85, the AK-74, the AS Val, the Model L, all got bullet damage increases, so they're a lot more powerful as they've mentioned here. And then these are all the weapons that they've adjusted. And then the last one was the HE launcher, which they've also buffed as well. So the increased stock ammo went from 5 to 11. And as they said, the explosion radius adjustments have also been increased to 4 meters from 3.25. Now they've also done a lot of bug fixes. So address the issue where camos are not applied to zombie build, close an exploit that allow players to have 3 weapons, address the issue where wall by rarity would reset when loading into a save, address the issue where yellow damage numbers would appear when hitting a critical spot with the ray gun, perks, quick revive, dying wish augment, address an issue where dying wish could activate when diving from large heights while protecting from fall damage, elemental pop, address an issue where elemental pop would prevent normal ammo mod activations, Juggernog, turtle shell augment will now apply damage mitigation when being grabbed by amalgam, PhD flopper, address the issue where diving onto the elevated or inclined surface such as stairs or up a hill will not activate the perk, Gobblegums, address the issue that prevented players revived by near-death experience from keeping all perks, Field Upgrade, adjusted the description for the enemy mine to no longer say it deals electrical damage to accurately reflect the weapon type or damage type, increase Dark Flare damage from 25 to 40% of the base zombie's max health per tick, increase an issue where an extra charge on field upgrades would be lost when loading a save. Support, address the issue that could cause mutant injection to end early when near water, address the issue that allowed the player to pick up the sentry turn while using mutant injection, reduce self-damage from the LDBR, save and load, close an exploit that allowed players keeping a save file after it had already been loaded. Enemies, address the issue where zombies charmed by brain rot could prevent the player from completing an exfil, address the issue where loading a save would disable the rampage inducer, address the issue where zombies would throw guts at the end camera if they leave the match early, Terminus, address an issue where rarely the round would not end after killing all zombies, address the issue where the amalgam would grab a player while slowed, address the issue where the amalgam could pull players into walls causing them to get stuck, address the issue where diving while being hit by knockback from Patient 13 could push the player further than intended, Liberty Falls, address an issue that prevented the Abomination from spawning inside Fuller's Liberty lanes, address the issue where the Abomination could fire off a beam attack before leaving a spawn closet, activities, address the issue that could prevent one elite from spawning consistently during exfil from round 16 onwards, updated SAM trials that required the player to not take damage to display a progress bar instead of a timer. Terminus, addressed the issue where players would be able to use equipment, score streaks, and fire weapons during the boat race award sequence. XP earn rates, addressed the issue where XP was being awarded to all weapons being used in an assist instead of just the last one. If 2 weapons were used in an assist only, the last one used by the players getting the assist will be awarded XP. Challenges, addressed an issue where wall buys would not progress the Prestige 8 challenge value town. Addressed an issue where the legendary Gobblegums would progress the Ultra Prestige 8 challenge and full power instead of Ultra Gobblegums. Addressed the issue where the Liberated challenge could not be completed by saving and quitting before starting the final encounter. Addressed the issue that would complete the social distancing and invincible challenges by joining a game in progress. Addressed the issue that could complete the Harbinger of Doom challenge when loading into a save game and using a score streak. Addressed the issue where the Prestige 5 challenge Fire and Forget would mention needing a bombing run medal instead of lethality medal. Addressed the issue where the player would not complete the outrageous challenge until round 16 instead of round 15. Addressed the issue where loading a save past round 25 would complete the Sticks and Stones challenges. Addressed the issue where the Dark Journey challenge could show as not complete when unlocking Nebula on 33 weapons and being awarded the calling card. AFK detection, we have updated the detection logic to determine if a player is AFK during an active match. This should reduce the amount of false positive AFK kicks in zombies. Added AFK kick warning UI to zombies as well. And the UI got an update, updated visuals on all Gobblegums to improve readability. Address the issue where the boat UI would overlap with the map with Central Command HUD preset. Address the issue where the drop node connector to prompt during a Terminus main quest would overlap with the map with the Central Command HUD preset. Address the issue where the round number would initially be be displayed incorrectly when loading a save, address the issue where the weapon stats on a double AR would show the loadout player started with instead of the loadout they ended with, removed an issue where some items would show the wrong text on the map when pinged, remove multiplayer information from melee weapon descriptions, added a highest round icon to the AAR when reaching a new personal highest round, added a timer to the scoreboard, added a notification when picking up intel. They did a graphics update, addressed the issue on PS4 where some effects would stop rendering at higher rounds, addressed the issue where some effects from mutant injection were not working when sprinting, addressed the issue where character effects from Brutus would be present during mutant injection and Liberty Falls, addressed the issue where some damaged vehicles would not have smoke effects, and then they did stability fixes, addressed the issue where the game could crash when attempting to start a solo match after playing in split screen, addressed the issue where sometimes the player would be unable to save and quit with the error the game failed to save for unknown reasons, try again later, and added numerous stability fixes. So this section goes over the maps. They said map adjustments, Yearsextan and Rebirth Island, vehicles, all new vehicles with improved handling, detailed further below, brand new dirt bike for quick rotation, for the loot, all new Black Ops 6 ground loot including weapons and equipment, visuals, lighting and visual improvements to the map with Black Ops 6 technology. Then they did sound, audio improvements to in-game sound effects including footstep balancing tuning, and then Rebirth Island got an update. The submarine POI introduced earlier this year now appears 100% of the time. Redeploy drones, increased redeploy drone count and spawn rate for balancing later circles. The biometric scanner and weapon trade station rewards for these are now going to be rebalanced and updated to the Black Ops 6 loot. And then we go on to the playlist. So they provide a photo here showcasing what the playlist schedule looks like. From November 14th to the 18th, we have Battle Royale and Resurgence. That will be only in Area 99 for the Resurgence. Battle Royale will only be in Yearsextan, and then Plunder will be in Yearsextan. Then it switches from the 18th to the 21st. Battle Royale, Yearsextan, Resurgence in Area 99 and Rebirth Island. And then we also have Plunder. And then November 21st to the 28th, it also switches up again, showcasing just the different modes and stuff. But here's the photo. If you want to pause it, feel free to check that. And then they said to celebrate the new Area 99 map, it is the exclusive Resurgence map during the first weekend of the launch. Now, they did mention a rank play update. All new rank play experience will come to Battle Royale on Yearsextan for the first time with Season 1 Reloaded. That's like all the information they just gave us. For the general information, they mentioned carry forward, so all the weapon blueprints, operator skins, and stuff like that will carry forward. AFK detection, they've updated it to now be able to better detect if players are AFK. Leaderboards to accommodate and track new stats coming with Black Ops 6. Warzone leaderboard stats will also be reset at launch. And then an update to the armory. If you guys remember with MW3, you get to level 24, you unlock this armory menu, and what it does is you activate the items that you want to unlock. So any item in the past you never got a chance to get, you gain XP, and then you'll be granted these items. And then following that, it says please note that certain legacy attachments will be missing from the armory at launch of Season 1. New players seeking to unlock these items can do so by playing the respective legacy title until they are implemented in Black Ops 6 in a future update. Now, they did some updates to the movement. So it says movement adjustments, tac sprint duration. We have heard feedback around default tac sprint duration. It has been increased from 2 seconds to 4 seconds. Landing tuning, the duration of shock effect when falling from near death height has been reduced to 2.1 from 3. The minimum fall damage required before the shock effect from landing is now 55% up from 50%, allowing for slightly higher jumps with less punishment. This change is made to better enable the movement opportunities that Black Ops 6 integration allows. Vertical ascenders and horizontal zipline improvements, quality of life changes. Interacting with ascenders and ziplines has been improved, making it easier to attach to the line from an angle or while free falling to increase fluidity. Then we have redeploy drones are fixed in place for the duration of a match. Once a redeploy drone has been consumed by the gas, it will leave the map rather than relocating to give a more consistent experience. Now, here are some equipment adjustments they have made. They said with BO6's integration, we have adjusted a number of lethal and tactical equipments to offer a new and fresh arsenal of choices. Maximum deployed equipment, the maximum number of lethal and tactical equipment that can be planted at the same time has been increased from the original 2. We align Warzone with changes to multiplayer. This enables some of the new traps to be better utilized and function better with other adjustments like the munitions vest and bomb squad. Then we have frag, outer damage decreased to 65 from 110, middle damage increased to 170 from 155, and the inner damage decreased to 260 from 275. Frag cooking indicator, which is like that little indicator that shows when it's about to blow up. Then the Semtex explosion radius decreased to 5 meters from 6.5. Outer damage decreased to 45 from 110. Inner damage decreased from 200 to 180. Throwing knife damage decreased to 180 from 200. Drill charge outer damage decreased to 39 from 110. Molotov burn stage damage was reduced to 10, 15, and 25 from 15, 25, and 30. Smoke VFX updated to be a parity with Black Ops 6. Experimental gas will now deal 10 damage per tick. Snapshot grenade radius increased to 15 meters from 10 and will now mark over a successfully snapped target, which lasts for 5 seconds. They only did one kill streak adjustment here, and it says Bunker Buster, the trophy system, will now counter the Bunker Buster. The adjustments they made for the field upgrades, it says a heartbeat sensor, the warning displays now highlights in red when enemies are within 15 meters, up from 7. The time between pings has been reduced to 1.5, down from 2.5. Munitions box, the crate now grants 3 clips for every ammo type rather than only refilling your primary and secondary weapon. With this change, players are enabled to make pivots in their weapon choices. And then the portable radar, the duration of the portable radar pulse has been increased from 25 seconds to 30. Personal redeployment drone deploys 50% faster, no longer prohibits firing while in use. Standardized height across different maps. Reinforced flare 30% faster to use. Trophy system counter charges increased from 3 to 5. Now here are the massive weapon balance changes that they've done. The TAC 56 for MW2, maximum damage range increased from 25 to 35. Medium damage increase, medium damage range has also been increased, and it looks like they've done this with the majority of MW2 weapons, which you can see here. Feel free to pause and see which of your favorite weapon ended up getting adjusted, but the majority of them, it's pretty much the same exact thing, but it goes over the entire list of all the MW2 and MW3 ARs. Then it goes down to the battle rifles. Only the DTIR-30 from MW3 was adjusted in terms of those. Then the SMGs, we saw a lot of changes with the MW2 and MW3 SMGs. Just to summarize everything here, the majority of these changes are to interact with the new health system in Black Ops 6, so they shouldn't feel all that different when you load into Black Ops 6's Warzone tomorrow. That way the weapons don't feel like they're just not hitting for enough or they're too overpowered. This is just basically just equaling them out compared to everything else. Obviously, usually when they do patch notes like these with all these different weapons, there's going to be a couple of them that are going to end up being absolutely broken, a part of the new meta. It happens every single time. Can't even tell if it's intentional or not, but everything here has been fully updated, every older weapon, so something is about to pretty much change in terms of the meta in regards to that. They also updated the loot heavily, so ground and supply box loot added BO6 items like weapons, field upgrades, kill streaks, lethals, tacticals, perks, satchels. Just all the items from Black Ops 6 are now a part of that. They've removed kill streaks, lethals, tacticals, and redeploy tokens, the items that were in MW3 and MW2, so that way you get more of the Black Ops 6 content. And then loot distribution system will now create further space for larger items as they are dropped to the ground to avoid overlapping loot. The loot distribution system will now purposely avoid dropping items near objects in close proximity, such as buy stations. Medical cabinets, loot that drops out of medical cabinets now drops within closer proximity of its origin. Buy station inventory and prices have had slight adjustments with the Black Ops 6 integration. And weapon outlines, they now have rarity outlines to help players better evaluate the options at their disposal throughout a match. They have updated contracts as well, so completing the contract for bounty now includes finishing down targets you didn't down yourself. Bounty contracts should no longer start without a valid target. Poach, the state now counts as a contract failure for challenge tracking. Most Wanted, remove the redeploy token from the Most Wanted reward crate in solos. Scavenger, the primary reward in Battle Royale and Resurgence, is now an armor plate carrier. Now they've also done update to vehicles. For example, they've updated the models, improved natural physics, improved camera, procedural character leaning, improved VFX, vehicle lights, exhaust, dynamic vehicle death and explosion reactions, new helicopter simulation and audio, and support for aim-based controls. And then the firing range also received an update. It is now the Black Ops 6 version, so it says the firing range now provides a total amount of damage done with the currently equipped gun. Default armor plates, the firing range will default to 3 armor plates per target dummy. Default health, the firing range will default to 150 health per target dummy. Default perks, the firing range will now default to Warzone perk settings. Reset speed, the target dummies will now respawn or reset on their active position faster than before. Remove the delay that prevented target dummies from receiving damage as soon opponent as they reset. Hit location, so target dummies will now have the same hit location modifiers as actual players to more accurately reflect damage dealt to opponents in a match. Movable target dummy, a new target dummy is now available that can be moved to various damage range based on the currently equipped weapon. The movable dummy cycles between damage ranges as soon as it's eliminated. There's target collision. Target dummy collision has been improved so that bullets register more precisely. And then line of sight, remove vertical walls that previously broke aim assist when testing weapon strafing. They also did an update to exfil, so winner circle. The winning squad in a match receives their own winner circle showcase with some of their statistical competence on display for all to see. This is also a location where you can celebrate your prowess more individually by employing your favorite emote. End the game flow, the exfil sequence duration has been reduced with a larger focus on the winning squad. Players can now swap between their own squad and winning squad, showing off the accolades and player stats. There's a new progression overview screen focused on player choices as well. Massive UI updates for Season 1 like a custom menu, legacy content filtering, tac map icon layout, mini-map type, munitions satchel ammunition count, classic squad widget, loot cards, squad wipe kill feed calling cards, aim assist settings, loot ping distance, live ping visibility, in-game splash frequency, weapon attachment HUD, playlist navigation, buy station redeployment ping, pretty much upgrading them for Black Ops 6. And then they also did audio improvements, enhanced headphone mode. We're excited to introduce our best-in-class audio experience to Warzone with the head-related transfer function via universal profile, armor plate break audio. New audio has been added to indicate that armor plates have been destroyed. Proximity chat, radius has been reduced from 55 to 45. Stacking hit markers and sound effects enabled displaying both a wallbang and hitting a player in water and pairing of new audio per marker. Bounty contract sound cues added some cues for when the bounty threat level increases or decreases. That's pretty much everything you need to know. I hope you found the video informative. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, and tomorrow we jump into Season 1.